Hi everybody, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel, Hallmark Plus More, where we watch and talk about shows, movies, mysteries, Hallmark ornaments, and anything else that floats our boat. So today we are going to be watching Matlock Season 1, Episode 2. It airs on CBS. It stars Kathy Bates. So we found out a lot of information in Episode 1, right? She kind of works her way into this law firm. She has a little bit of friction with Olympia, which is one of the partners. And I think that's because she was kind of assigned to her and she didn't really want help on the case. But I feel like towards the end of the episode, Olympia and Maddie Madlock kind of came to an understanding. So I definitely think that's going to progress with that relationship. And then there's also some family drama and dynamic, right? Olympia's ex, Julian, is one of the partners as well as his dad, who is only known as Senior. So basically, the three main partners of the law firm: Olympia, her ex-husband, Julian, and then Julian's dad, Senior. And then Maddie kind of works her way in. What is interesting that I found in the first episode was when they asked her what kind of cases she want to work on, Maddie specifically said pharmaceuticals. And I remember at the time, like, okay, well, that's pretty specific. And then, of course, we find out at the end of episode 1 why she said pharmaceuticals. It turns out she's investigating them. So she's investigating the three main partners for not necessarily a scandal, but her daughter died of an overdose, a drug overdose. And she's done her research and found out that this law firm represented the drug company. So she's trying to find out if they knew any information, because apparently the drug could have been taken off the market 10 years prior to her daughter overdosing. And she wants somebody to pay for that on why it was still on the market. So she's investigating the three partners in the law firm to see if they knew any information or if they're at fault because they knew about the, you know what I mean, the drug being faulty and still allowed it to go on the market to get a paycheck because they were paying them. So that's kind of her side story or her backstory on why she picked this law firm. And why, she wants to kind of weasel her way into this law firm, and why she said she wants to work on pharmaceutical cases so she can kind of get that information and have that available to her. Also, the other two characters in the show that I really like are the two young interns, Sarah and Billy. They've really helped Maddie. I feel like Maddie is so smart, and the way she kind of works with people, she really knows how to work people. And then, of course, they're younger, so they're able to do all that techie stuff to help her. So I really like them as a team. I really hope they continue to be an asset in the show, because I feel like Maddie, Sarah, and Billy all work really well together. Everybody brings something to a team, regardless of age, anything, they're always working together. And then, of course, you find out one of the biggest, secrets too, is that she's completely loaded. She's like very rich. She's got a limo. She's got a driver. So she's kind of keeping up that appearance too, you know what I mean? So that was fascinating to me, like, oh my gosh, she's got all this money. And of course she acts like she doesn't, but that's fascinating to me too, just the way she's acting like she doesn't have money. And then her grandson, I love him. We only saw him for a few minutes, but it seems like he's kind of got that techie too, like, he made her this profile. She's got a different last name, and he just kind of made all this up for her. So I love that. I hope we can see more of him. But yeah, Kathy Bates is flawless in this. I really love her in this role. So I'm excited to see how it progresses. I'm excited to have you watch the show with me so we can kind of interact, and you can kind of tell me your comments and what you're thinking about the show as well. And then stay with me after, and we'll kind of do a little review of the show as well. So I want us to watch it together. So right now I'm just kind of going to tell you what's on the screen. and then I can count it down. So right now there is a blue screen with the CBS logo, and then it looks like it's going to go into kind of like a recap, like, previously on the first episode, and probably kind of explain a little bit of what I just went over. So I'm definitely excited to watch it with you. So I'm just going to count it down in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Previously on Matlock. Oh my gosh, she's completely loaded. Yeah, Maddie. So exciting. I love that. All right, here we go. Oh, she's playing. She's got muffins. Oh. Woo. Ooh. What? Oh. it's not. Oh, why is she crying? Oh, 3 hours. Go Olympia. Oh, cool. All right, here comes Olympia. Let's see what information they have for her. Ooh, 2 days. Ooh, okay. So, kind of a lot of information there. I guess the first case that we saw in episode 1, Olympia did do like a police corruption, social justice. Great case, Maddie. You know, it did involve drug overdose. So she was able to kind of I feel like her personal experience kind of came out a little bit with her daughter. But this is interesting, especially since they only have 2 days. So I definitely want to see, you know, how that perspires and how everything comes together. I love that Billy and Sarah are involved because I like their connection with Maddie. I feel like the three of them are a great team. Everybody brings something to the table, and I really like the camaraderie between the three. There's kind of like a love-hate relationship, right? Because they're all vying for attention from Olympia. And she seems a little stressed. Obviously, she did get the continuance, but only for 2 days. So they have to find some information. I thought, I was trying to write down all the names. I think it was Patrick, the friend of Michael. Michael is the one they're defending. Ariana Perez is the victim. She's 16-year-old. Michael's 18. They said they found a condom on the scene. I just have a feeling that, you know, obviously, in cases you always want to assume that they're defending an innocent person. So right off the bat, I'm assuming Michael is innocent. But I have a feeling his friend Patrick, that you know, son owns or parents own the place where she was found. I feel like, and of course I'm jumping to conclusions here, but I feel like Patrick might have been the one that, you know, used the condom with Adriana if she had been sexually active before she was killed. And then Michael found her. So yes, Michael had a crush on her, but I don't think he did it. I think, you know, he kind of came up on it on the end. So it's so early on, just the first couple minutes of the show. But that's definitely my first thought, is that we need to look at the friend. So I'll definitely see, you know, as it progresses, what other suspects we have. But let's see. I just love this dynamic. I just want to see, you know, how great Maddie is, because she's brilliant. So we'll definitely see what happens next with her. So stay tuned and see here. They're showing previews for CBS shows. They're showing previews for Elsbeth. Which, you know, I love that. I did watch that last season. So excited that that's coming back. But here we go. We are going to get back into Matlock and see what Maddie can do to help the case. Here we go. I love that Senior loves Olympia. I just think that's great. You know, it's true. Most people side with their kid, but if your kid does something wrong, own it. Love that. Hmm. Go, Maddie. Hmm. Oh, here we go. He's getting there. Hmm. Hmm. So that's like 45 minutes, like an hour later. Oh, yeah, he did. Hmm. Yeah. I agree. All his special spoils. Oh, she's trying to give credit to the young girl, and now she's stuck in the car. Hmm. Uh-oh. Ooh. All right, Jimmy, fess up. What she getting into? What's these kids doing? What's she getting into? What? She was trying to help you. All right, so Sarah, the young intern, while they're in the car, Olympia is basically, congratulating Matlock, like, good work, you know what I mean? Just kind of saying that you did good. And then, of course, she takes the compliment, but she also says, hey, it was a team effort, trying to, kind of give a shout out to Sarah and Billy, saying Sarah did some great research. And then Olympia basically like slams her down and says, what? Are you saying I don't give Sarah enough credit? So like it kind of backfired. Maddie trying to, boost up her teammates, saying it's a group effort. And then Sarah doesn't give her any love. Sarah doesn't say like, thanks for trying to help me out, or thanks for trying to, score points with me with Olympia. So basically Maddie, kind of pissed off Olympia by trying to give Sarah some credit. And then Sarah goes, I don't know what you did to piss her off, but I'm happy. So like, hey, Maddie's trying to help you out and you're kind of just, not taking it. No good deed goes unpunished. Well, apparently Sarah is not saying thank you to Maddie, and it backfired. What I think interesting was what Maddie was doing. She got out of the car to take a picture of a group of teens. It seemed like the teens were kind of arguing, but we really don't know why. But it triggered something in Matlock because she took a picture of the teens. So why did she do that? Maddie is very sharp. She's sharp as a tack. So I don't know what she saw or what she heard or what she thinks she can do by taking pictures of them, or maybe wanting to go up and talk to them. I don't know. But it must be something, because if I learned anything from the first episode, it's that, she's very good. The way she gets along with people, the way she kind of talked to the older gentleman, the witness, I love that, So how long do you wait for your pot pie? And basically she found out, hey, 3 commercial breaks, it's this much. She walks it live. All he had to do is research when the commercials were on. So, I mean, it's definitely interesting. Oh, let's see, we're coming back. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Calm down, Sarah. Ooh. Go apologize, Sarah. Yeah, why? Whoa. Wow, she's good. Okay, so somehow she knew they were upset about Michael. I don't know how, but Look at her go. Oh. Ooh. Creepy Jimmy. What's wrong with her being mad at Maddie? Ooh. Okay, Olympia. Wow. Charlie did, though. Something's going on there. Something's going on there. Jimmy buying condoms. Charlie. I don't think he had sex with her, though. I'm telling you. Okay. So we just saw Michael buy the condoms that was found near Ariana's body. I'm telling you, when we saw him in court, he seemed obviously quiet. I mean, it's a shock, right? I think, you don't have to be a child. I think as an adult, if I found a dead body and then was accused of killing them, regardless of who it was, I'd be kind of shut out and closed off. So I think that's natural. And I love that Olympia was really kind of nice when she said to him, like, look, it's okay to be scared. You know what I mean? I'm your lawyer. You can trust me. And I like that she said that. I feel like, she's used to saying that because she's a lawyer, but it should help Michael, like, okay, this is scary. I found somebody and now I'm being accused of their murder. However, Michael and Charlie were friends. So Charlie's dad, Jimmy, is Creepy Jimmy, who owns the bodega. But I feel like Michael was buying the condoms for Charlie. I just feel like he did it, and he didn't really buy them. I mean, he grabbed them and stole them. I feel like he did that for Charlie because he had a crush on Ariana. He did. They said that, and I believe that is fit as true. But I think he bought them for his friend, and his friend had sex with her, or, not necessarily had sex with her. Maybe she didn't. We don't really know if, you know what I mean, when they found the body with the autopsy, if she was sexually active or what. But I just don't think it was Michael. I think Michael bought it. And why do they call him Creepy Jimmy? If Jimmy's alibi is that he wasn't near her, what about Charlie? Because that is my gut. When I saw Charlie rush in saying, hey, I want to testify, I want to do whatever I can, I feel like that's part of a guilty conscience because he really did it. And he knows his friend Michael didn't. So That's my gut. That's what I'm thinking. Obviously we're a little over halfway through the show. We're right at halfway point. So they could definitely show some more suspects, but that's my gut. That's what I think. I'm kind of sad that Maddie, had this. I was telling you, had kind of an understanding with Olympia, and now I feel like she kind of is back on a rocky situation with her. And I understand Olympia. She's very protective. She worked hard to get where she was, and she has only known her a week. And you really can't. You got to show face. She's got two young interns. She can't let the young interns see that Maddie can underestimate her. So I get that. I do, but I just feel like she kind of isn't fair to kind of make her sit at home when she's the one who's kind of getting all this information. You know what I mean? She's doing her little tricks, and she's getting the information for her. So I really hope they can patch that up again. But I get it. I get it. Olympia's like, hey, you underestimated me. You know what I mean? You kind of showed me up in front of my interns. You trying to disagree with me. So I get that. I just hope they can patch it up. Because Maddie is really smart, and as we can tell, she's getting the information. But again, Sarah is and Billy, they're helping too. They got the name instantly. They're helping, so it's definitely a group effort, team effort there for sure. So I definitely hope they can work it out. Or maybe, Maddie can help with Jillian on a case because she wants to get close to all three, part of her investigation. Remember that. So hopefully later in the season, she'll kind of group, team up with the other ones as well. Here we go. Mm-hmm. Mm. Oh! Oh! Damn. All right, I know you're upset about your son, but man, that's kind of harsh to say from parent to parent. Maddie's trying to open up to her, and she's just like slamming her. Parents don't know everything about their kids. We try. Love her little grandson. MWBSP. Mom would be so proud. Oh. Yeah, it was. She tried to do good and she just keeps getting slammed. She's trying to connect. She's trying to stand up for the interns. Olympia snacks her. What? don't feel guilty. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh, so hard. You always feel guilt about your children. Every time you have cases and you think about your kids, oh, it's so hard. Oh, now she's watching him eat cereal. Mmm. Telling you, something going on here. Come on, Olympia. Ooh. A harmless old lady. Come on, Maddie. I don't think it is either. He's not telling the truth. Oh my God. Ooh. All right. So I'm kind of glad to hear that, even though Olympia was a little harsh on Maddie. And then you saw that scene where she was home with her husband in bed and she kind of, or even right when she came home with her husband and she kind of started crying. It was a hard day for her. She thought she was doing a good thing. She was standing up for a team member saying, hey, I know, Olympia's applauding her, giving her kudos. You did good. And instead of taking it, she's saying Sarah did good too. And then she kind of gets backlash for it. And then she yells at her for getting out of the car at the bodega, which we find out later why. Even though I'm glad she kind of did get out of the car because she found out more information from the schoolgirls. And then we find out, and then she gets yelled at again by the mother of Michael. I understand when you're upset, you lash out, especially about your children. So Maddie was trying to kind of mother to mother. Look, I understand, you think he's innocent. Sometimes we don't see the signs, mother to mother, parent to parent. And then the mother kind of just snapped at her. And Maddie, in my opinion, really didn't deserve to be snapped at. However, you have to understand she is under a lot of stress. Her son is being accused of murder, and she's basically being told by her lawyer the lawyer doesn't care if he did it or not. Her job is to defend him. And so I know that kind of hurt the mom. Still don't think she should have lashed out at Maddie. So Maddie kind of had a rough day. However, we find out now there was a reason why she told Maddie to stay in the car at the bodega, because she doesn't want the people at the bodega to know that Maddie's working with Olympia in case Olympia needs to go back, or she needs somebody to go back. She can send out Maddie. So really, she wasn't really getting mad at Maddie. She was basically saying, I want you to stay in the car. I'm mad at you for not staying in the car because you might have to go back in and I don't want them to know you're with me. So I'm kind of glad that's why. And Olympia is kind of standoffish and very proud of how she moved up in that law firm. So I kind of understand that. She kind of has a chip on her shoulder, and that's just her personality. So I'm definitely glad that she's okay with Maddie. And I'm glad that Maddie spoke up, and so she found out the information. I bet you she's going to say you can't see it from the freezer. But what she found out was so high up where the condoms were. He specifically grabbed a certain type of condom. And they had to have doctored the footage because that condom was too high up and Michael wouldn't have been able to reach it. Michael is short, just like Maddie. So I am so glad they're going to nail creepy Jimmy on why he doctored the footage. And I bet you it's because her son, Charlie, is the one who got the condoms. Or she knows Michael got the condoms for Charlie. So I'm definitely hoping that's kind of where it goes. We'll just have to wait and see. But definitely glad that Olympia's not mad at Maddie, because Maddie is doing great work. So exciting to see what happens here. Hopefully we'll get back into it. They're just showing some commercials now. But definitely think it is going well. It's almost over. So I feel like what Maddie's going to come up with here is really going to be essential to the case. So, she looked happy. She actually got footage, not even pictures, but like literally footage of her trying to reach for that condom. So I definitely think that is it. That's the nail in the coffin for this case. So I'm excited to see where it goes. They're showing something on CBS. So I was going to say, let's get back into it and see once again how Maddie helps with the case. All right, here. They're showing an episode of Elizabeth, which is definitely a great show. She is such a quirky character. I love that. So definitely stay with me after the episode and we'll talk about it. So it should be getting back right now. Here we go. It was doctored. MIT. stole those condoms? Knew it was Charlie. I knew it! Knew it was Charlie. Oh. I knew it. I knew it was Charlie. Oh. Wink, wink. Yeah. Aww. I love Olympia and Julian kind of getting along because they are co-parenting. They are co-parenting, but her new little boyfriend at the law firm doesn't like it. Mm? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, oh, she didn't bring her lunch. Yeah. Yeah, she's not wrong. You twisted her. Good job, Maddie. I'm glad you spoke up for yourself. Glad you spoke up for yourself, Maddie. Good comeback, Maddie. Good comeback. Uh-oh. That's not good. Uh-oh, this isn't good. She's going to Maddie's house and she's not there. She's not there. She did that on purpose. Yeah, I see that. Okay. She was there. She did it on purpose? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Maddie. Oh, I freaking love her. Oh, seriously. Oh, she is so awesome. Okay. We have got a lot to talk about. Let's go ahead and just wait a minute till we see previews for the next episode, and then stay with me and we can definitely discuss this episode. Oh my goodness. All right. So, let's go ahead and see the preview, and then thank you so much for watching. Definitely stay tuned with me and we'll do the Matlock review and talk about it. But wow, definitely a lot to talk about for sure. That was really a great episode, I think. But now I just kind of want to see, as it progresses, what the next episode's going to be about. So hopefully we'll be able to see that here. But oh wow, definitely a lot for sure. They talked so much about the food. I was like, she's really just going to leave it like that. So definitely interesting. I'm going to go ahead and just see the preview for the next episode, because hopefully we'll see a little bit of something preview for next week. Here we go. All right. Whew. But I like, the dynamic. I think it was great. Let's see here. All right, let's see. Next week on Matlock. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Well, I definitely enjoyed watching that with you. Just kind of stay with me on the next video and we will definitely discuss the episode. But I'm definitely glad that you enjoyed the episode of Matlock, and stay with me. We'll do our review. All right. Bye-bye.